Hello and welcome to another episode of Implant Pokemon. Unfortunately, the new official online Pokemon trading card game does not work with Mac, so I thought I'd record an actual battle. So on the left here, we'll have Darkrai Mewtwo. On the right, we'll have Hydreigon and friends. My opponent here will go first, and he ends me out of an amazing hand where I could have attached a double colorless to Mewtwo, and then went ahead and Junipered away to Darks, which would have been a great way to start it. Unfortunately, when I was setting up the camera, I did not notice that I was going to have an issue with glare on the bench on the left-hand side of the screen, so I'll do my best to kind of keep you in the loop as to what's going on here. I have a Mewtwo active and a Darkrai on the bench. So my opponent attaches to Sableye, goes ahead and level balls for a Dino, and I assume here he will just go ahead and Junk Hunt and get that level ball back and begin his setup. So I'm looking at my hand, anticipating, yes, the Junk Hunt, and I do hit a DCE again, and an Eviolite, and a Bouffalant, and it looks like I am going to Juniper away a double colorless, a, Dark Patch, and something else. But anyway, I lay down a Bouffalant, go ahead and hit him for 60, 10 shy of the knockout, and he attaches a blend to Darkrai, goes ahead and uses that level ball again. Actually, it looks like he uses a double level ball. You see two there, so he's going to grab a Zweilous and a Sigilyph. Don't really like that move. I'd like to see a second Dino in case I'm able to pull something off where I'm knocking out the Zweilous and starting him over. I think it's important to have two Dinos on the bench. I mean, it is a catcher target, but it's the decision he made, so not much I can do about that. So I assume he's going to go ahead and Junk Hunt again. He hasn't played a supporter. Yes, goes ahead and Junk Hunts, gets those level balls back. I random receiver, get a Juniper. Unfortunately, the camera's zoomed in just a touch too much, and you can't see my hand, but I have a Juniper and a Bianca and a bunch of things that I don't really want to Juniper away. So I random receiver again and hit the N, luckily, and let myself stay in this game. So yeah, looking at my hand, just kind of one at everything, and I don't want to Juniper it away. So I go ahead and N. Get a fresh hand of 6 here before I knock out his Sableye. And I also apologize with the prize cards on the right. You can't really tell how many are there. I should have had those on the white side so that you could clearly see what was going on. But again, first time recording like this, and I'll do my best to kind of keep you in the loop here. So I flip my opponent off, apparently. Get the Eviolite attached to the Bouffalant. And I Ultra Ball away a Dark Energy and a card I'm not quite sure. Grab myself a Sableye. Now at this point, with my start, I must not have a supporter, and I'm looking to Sableye at some point and get one of those random receivers back to keep myself in this game. That's the only reason I can see doing that. So anyway, my opponent gets a Darkrai down, promotes the Sigilyph, which will have free retreat. Keep those Darkrai's on the bench so that they are able to receive an energy from a Dark Patch. My opponent uses a level ball to get another Sableye, Junipers away a Dark Energy and a few other things. Have this sped up at about 200% to try and keep the video short, because it was a 28-minute match. So my opponent gets a double Dark Patch, and bam, just like that. Oh, and the Ultra Ball. So turn 3, it's going to have fully powered up Darkrai along with a Hydreigon, so he's good to go. He's going to be able to shuffle around energy, retreat into whatever he needs to. He'll have access to Max Potion, and he's in good shape, and I have a double colorless and a Mewtwo on the board, and that's all. So a pretty awful start by me. So I'm kind of not really sure what I'm looking for, not sure what my opponent's looking for. Probably trying to decide if he wants to attack with Darkrai or spend a turn Junk Hunting. And it looks like he decides to go aggressive with the Darkrai. He'll put 70 on my Mewtwo. And now he's deciding a snipe. He goes for the Bouffalant, but unfortunately I'm blocking 40 damage, so he'll do nothing. So I hit another random receiver, get an N, which will mean I won't have many Ns left for the end of the game, unfortunately, but there's not much you can do about that. I go ahead and Dark Patch onto Darkrai, and N. So at this point, I'm not really sure what I'm looking for. Don't have any Dark Energy in the discard. Don't really have much going on. Not much I can do this turn. Gotten a pretty slow start with a deck that should be fast. So here I'm debating on where I want to put this Dark Energy. The discard Sableye or Darkrai, I assume. Okay, it looks like I'm going to plan out for a Junk Hunt, which I think is a decent play here. I can't really attack. Hit the Max Potion and clean off that Mewtwo. And here, my decision is, do I want a random receiver and an energy switch, or a random receiver and a Dark Patch? Now, I anticipate him to hit the Bouffalant, and therefore I want to get that energy off of my Sableye. But what he's actually going to do here is knock out my Sableye, and then making that energy switch in my hand effectively useless, which is a pretty strong move. If I would have grabbed the Dark Patch, then he probably would have captured the Bouffalant and, you know, just played around whatever decision I decided to make. So we see here, I needed that random receiver as I have no supporters in my hand despite running 12. And this time he's probably, not going to make the same mistake and try and put snipe damage on the Boof. So I bench a Darkrai, which looks like a white glowing card, and promote my other Darkrai active. So again, I'm really just missing my energy drops. I'm not getting energy into the discard. I play 10 Darks. I play another N. I play 10 Darks just to try and help get that energy into the discard, but I played 9 for a while and it just wasn't consistent enough, so I bumped it up to 10. And here I'm still struggling. So, yeah, it looks like I'm forced to Sableye here. I've just got nothing in my hand. I'm going to go ahead and Ultra Ball my hand away after attaching to that Sableye, which again looks like a radioactive blob on my bench. And again, I apologize for that. Looks like for the Ultra Ball, I will go ahead and grab a Mewtwo. I retreat into Sableye, and I'm definitely going to grab a random receiver. Looks like I grab a Dark Patch as well. So, a wasted turn here. So my bench, if you can't tell, the 2 cards are Darkrai's. So my opponent's going to go ahead and start his turn Ultra Balling away a Hydreigon and a rare candy. He's only taken 1 prize at this point. And he's going to grab a Darkrai. Looks like he does not feel the need to... yeah, I guess he's in good shape. There's nothing else he could really want. Thin his deck, try and help himself draw into those max potions at the end of the game. And here he must be debating between a Junk Hunt or a Night Spear. Looks like he's going to go ahead and Junk Hunt. Not a bad play. I didn't attack. That kind of gives him a little breathing room. The prize count is tied at 5-5. I'm going to go ahead and Dark Patch onto my Darkrai and attach Dark. Looks like I top deck a Dark. I random receiver and get a Juniper, which is probably the best one I could have asked for since I have no hand. And so, and I bench a Mewtwo here without an Eviolite, which is probably a misplay. I don't need Mewtwo, I should have just put it in the discard. He can snipe me with Dark Spear and then use Hydreigon's attack, so 30 plus 140 is 170. I'm going to go ahead and attach... Did I put... let's see here. Did I attach twice this turn? I'm not going to rewind it to find out, but... Very interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and retreat into Darkrai and take out his Sableye to drop down to 4 prizes and put 30 onto his Darkrai. He's going to Dark Patch an energy onto his Darkrai and then go ahead and transfer it over to the Hydreigon. I am looking at my discard pile in dismay at the lack of supporters I've drawn into throughout this game. And he must be as well. So 3 dark patches at the top. I think that's the main thing I'm keeping track of. He must be looking for catchers. I don't believe either of us have played more than 1 catcher, if any. We've both done a great job of preserving those and not wasting them. So here he's setting my Mewtwo up pretty good here. And I'm just going to walk right into his trap. Alright. I correct his air. Alrighty, so I'm going to go ahead and Bouffalant here. Must have the DCE. Looks like I have 2 energy switches attached to the Bouffalant and max potion for the 2nd time. So I've got a fresh Darkrai again. So I've healed off a lot of damage, and I go ahead and hit him for 120. So he's at 150, which means I can Night Spear KO it, which will be great. He drops an Eviolite onto his Darkrai. And looks like he's going to go ahead and do it. What I didn't realize at the time is he was setting me up for this, so lesson learned. He's going to go ahead and catcher my Mewtwo and hit it for 140. He's going to go ahead and reset his energy here. Not sure why he put that dark onto a darkness energy onto that damaged Darkrai. That doesn't make much sense to me. So again, yeah, so he's going to go ahead. He has the catcher. Just for reference, my bench is... There we go. Darkrai, Bouffalant, Darkrai, Mewtwo with a Sableye. And he is going to go ahead and drop down to 3 prizes to my 4. It's like I'm going to power up that Darkrai. Take out his Darkrai with the Snipe and put 90 on his active and drop down to 2 prizes. So he has 3 to go, I have 2 to go. And I gotta say, he's still in a good spot. He still has all of his max potions available to him. So I just know I need to get really lucky. Unfortunately, I must be out of ends, or I must only have 1 left. He's gonna end me down to 2. So I won't be able to deny him access to his max potions at the end here. He goes ahead and spills this card all over the playfield. And I'm going to go ahead and draw 2. He will draw 3. And I draw 2 catchers. He's going to go ahead and Night Spear my Darkrai. And he'll put 30 on Darkrai. Alrighty, so I attach a Dark to Mewtwo. Not terribly certain why I did that. Possibly just to give it free retreat. I catcher out his Hydreigon and retreat into my Bouffalant. The 60 plus 90 will equal 150, and I'm down to 1 prize to go. And if I can deny him a catcher, I might be able to pull this off here. So he is... I see. So he's going to try to transfer those energies, but he obviously can't. No Hydreigon. And so he can attach to the active and then retreat to the bench, which already has 3 on it. He's going to go ahead and catch up my damaged Darkrai that already has 90 on it. Wasn't able to draw into another Eviolite. I promote Sableye, and at this point an end would just be amazing. A catcher. Actually, I don't even need a catcher, just an N. But I don't have it. Looks like I've played 2 catchers, so I still have 2 left. No, he's played 2 catcher. So the only thing I can do is hit him for 120, hope he can't catcher my Sableye, and take his final prize. Unfortunately, it's in his hand, and that is game over. Please leave me a comment, feedback, anything. If you like these style of videos, I'd be more than happy to record more. If you're not a big fan of them, let me know, and I won't bother. And see you guys next time.